Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Yeah. Stars born. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on the...
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
What you like about him? Guy loves football. Flat out loves it. Has toughness, wants to hang in there and play through just about everything, and walks that line between creativity and being able to take care of the football, taking those chances and not. When he figures out exactly where that line is on every snap, look out, folks. Jameis Winston will really ascend as a quarterback.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard.
On play action, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Winston. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses should chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
22, Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 23 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Smith.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. That'll bring up second down. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Kenny Moore.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
They'll set up to throw. Smith catches left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 20.
He'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Intended for Michael Pittman Jr. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
5-yard pickup.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Darren Lee picks it, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Titans! Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14-7.
Winston now to throw on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete.
Another Tennessee
And he's got this down to the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll look to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, Colts.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Complete to Nick Boyle. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jameis again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Complete.
From 3 yards out. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Lining up for the extra.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've hit. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
14.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Marlon Mack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, Winston. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's good.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. On the screen, this is Evans. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Smith with a first down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A first down throw for Winston. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Jameis Winston.
Never throughout my career here in defensive coach, Joe. Say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll find Pittman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To Boyle here over the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Winston to throw.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
3rd and 12.
Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Take over first down.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, and now it's 2nd down. This a quick pass to Davis. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Winston readies the offense. Down by 10. A little over 40 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop. With 14 seconds to go in the game. Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
To number 87.
That was a fun one to watch.